Hey everybody, welcome back to another full self-driving beta video. I'm super excited. It's 8:12 p.m. It's July 6th, 2022. I'm going to take full self-driving beta around the neighborhood area here, and we're going to see how well it does. As you can see, there's some people coming up here on the right side, and you can see both of them showing up in the display, which is pretty cool. They're going to be crossing the road here. I am clear to turn it on at any moment right now. I've had beta since October 24th, 2021. I have 4 strikes against me, and what that means is if I get one other penalty, I get beta taken away from me. So we're going to see, hopefully that doesn't happen on this drive, but I do need to be aware of my surroundings at all times. I do believe I got 2 strikes out of error, but right now we are all set to turn it on. And I'm going to go ahead and enable it by double tapping down. So here we go. We're going to take off. Double tap down. The car immediately starts moving. You can see there's even some more people here on the side of the road. It will pick up all 4 of those people. And coming up here around this little turn, you can see the trash cans are out, and those are being displayed as well. It showed both of those on the side of the street. And a car coming out, slowing down really nicely for them. And coming up to this red light. Now I do have the front-facing camera to show my face at all times so that if I do get a strike, everybody can see that I am paying attention and I am doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I usually am doing that. Like I said, I think the last 2 strikes I got out of error and I didn't get any warnings. So I have come to the conclusion that Tesla's penalizing people who may have been abusing the in-cabin camera system, also known as the driver monitoring system. And I think that they've been placed into a separate group, so they're being monitored more severely. And if they do something wrong, they immediately get a strike. And that's what happened on my last 2 strikes. Slowing down here right now, it's slowing down 22 miles an hour. Ooh, okay, so it's actually letting that person out. I should not have slowed down. It actually slowed down almost came to a complete stop. Now, I'm gonna have to review why it did that. It should never have done that right there. So I'm gonna report that. And that has only happened on 10.12.2. That's the second time that's happened. Probably the first day I went out and tested this, it slowed down there. There is no stop sign that I'm aware of, and there's nothing in the GPS system for that road that would indicate it should slow down. So that is a mystery to me. But I did give it the opportunity to slow down. The guy that was coming out, he was kind of confused as to why I was slowing down. So he kind of put his hand in the air a little bit. But like I said, there was no one behind me, and I was okay to just kind of let it continue doing what it was doing there. But definitely not appropriate. Should not have done that. Okay, it is a green light, and we are going to be moving forward here. So automatically, that's one of the things I love about beta, and I hope that this can be rolled out to a much larger group of people in the future. Anyone and everyone who's purchased full self-driving beta, full self-driving, the software itself, should be able to experience this awesome software. Now it does make mistakes, so like it just slowed down there in the middle of the road. Okay, so it is turning red here. Now you're gonna see immediately it turns to a green arrow. Let's see if it picks up on that. Okay, good, it picked up on that really nicely and carrying us through the intersection. Nice. Okay, so now coming up here, we're gonna be turning right on Roselle, and then we're gonna have a really nice unprotected left. So I've tested this route many times in the past. I've done several videos on this. It puts it through a good challenge. There's a mix of kind of busier streets like the one I'm on right now and quieter streets in the neighborhood. So accelerating forward, just noticed the speed limit change there, and coming up to this light and slowing down because it is now red. It's mentioning here, apply slight turning force to the steering wheel, and coming to a complete stop here at this line. So as I mentioned, I think the Tesla software for the in-cabin camera, it's a lot more sensitive with 10.12.2, that is for sure. But if you take advantage of the system, in other words, you put a hat on, or maybe you cover up the in-cabin camera with your visor, which is possible, and then in that case you can move your head, you can look away, and you can drive for a long extended period of time. But if you do that too many times, maybe twice in a row or something, I don't know exactly what ended up putting me into this heavily scrutinized group of testers. But after I did that a couple times, and I will admit I was kind of taking advantage, because in all honesty, it shouldn't be doing that. Okay, here we go. It should be getting into the right lane. Okay, there we go. getting over really nicely there. No blinker though. I wish it would turn on the turn signal. Finally, it turns on the turn signal really late. We have some construction here. It's getting a little bit confused with those cones, but it did very well there. No other traffic here on the left. Okay, got into this lane. Nicely done. Avoided those construction cones. As you can see, we've got a lot of construction. There's another thing I really love about Beta, and actually the full self-driving software in general. In fact, I think regular autopilot even displays this. There's a preview that you can get. I think maybe you have to have the premium connectivity. I'm not sure. But generally speaking, you can see these cones, I think, in the regular software as well. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe someone can comment on that. Apply slight turning force to the steering wheel. Okay, it's green. Should go forward here. We do have someone right behind us. But yeah, no, just to continue what I was saying here. So first of all, we have a lot of construction here, but we're going to be turning left, and that's coming up really, really soon here. I'll just slide this over really briefly. See, you can see here on Bradley Lane, we're going to be turning left. So right about now, it needs to be getting over. Okay, there we go. Nicely done. Okay, now we have one lane of traffic it needs to keep an eye on, and there's a car coming, and okay, it went for it, and it accelerated through pretty assertively there. That was appropriate. I would have probably done the same. It made me a little bit nervous because that car was approaching, and sometimes it can hesitate. But one thing with 10.12.2 is it has changed the way it accelerates into turns. So that is one nice thing. So we're coming up to our final destination. And then in all the other tests, I kind of went around this side street and then dialed in the second destination. So it actually will reroute just slightly. So we are here, we've arrived. And then what I'm going to do is, before I put in the second destination, I'm going to disengage by going up on the right drive stalk. So now I'm in manual driving mode, and I'm going to move forward, get in onto the side street here, and then we're going to put in the second destination. All right. Now that we are in here, I'll go ahead and dial it in. Okay, so we are all set. Double tap down, and the car will take off. But just as a summary, and I've mentioned this in my previous videos, cruise control unavailable. Okay, so this is an error, and this has happened before. Thankfully, now I know that this is not a strike. So that is an error with the software, and that's been happening to me. That happened in one of my previous videos. Thankfully, it allows me to turn it back on again. So we'll do it again here. Not sure what that's all about. So there was nothing there that indicated it would, create or throw that error. Very bizarre. But yeah, you do get a different message. That red steering wheel icon or image display or whatever. Okay, coming up here, stop sign. We're going to turn left. Okay, there is a car coming on the left. We do have the right of way. So we were here first. We're going really slow. Come on, don't be awkward here. Okay, it went through. Great. And turning left here. But yeah, it'll throw those errors just kind of randomly. I'm not sure why it does that. And I never really had that happen prior to 10.12.2. Some branches in the road there. It's going. It didn't seem to notice those at all. Looks like it's a big kind of a branches pickup day. We had a big storm come through here. I mean, in my area, it didn't seem to hit so bad, but a lot of trees and debris from that storm. Looking for a little bit of feedback on the steering wheel. But yeah, so just to summarize my third strike, I had moved the visor down and covered the camera, and not knowing that would create an instant strike, but sure enough it did. That was my third strike. My fourth strike happened when I was a little bit sleepy at night, and I was also scrolling with the right scroll wheel, and boom, instant strike. So if you get an instant strike, be aware that you could get your very next strike could also be an instant strike. Okay, so coming up here, needs to turn left. Okay, so it's not going to be able to do this. Okay, so I'm going to have to take over because it's obviously not doing the right thing there. So I'll turn it on over here. So it's a lot of construction here, so I can't really test this normally. I'm not sure if I can even get over to the left here. Okay, left turn lane. Yeah, weird. So a lot of construction. Not a normal scenario for testing. But I can turn it on here, so it's a red arrow, so it's not going to go. It's going to wait until the light turns green to turn. But yeah, no, just to finish what I'm saying, I keep getting interrupted. I apologize, everybody. So my fourth strike, I was a little bit sleepy, and I was using the scroll wheel to get around the turning of the steering wheel. So if you do get an instant strike, I think it's because you may have abused the in-cabin camera in the past, or it's because you had a strike the day before, for example, because that's what happened. My second, third, and fourth strikes happened like within 2 weeks. It was crazy. Actually, I think it happened within 1 week. Apply slight turning force to the steering wheel. That scares the crap out of me. I have not seen a please pay attention to the road message in probably a month. And the reason why is because now I only use beta when I'm filming. And secondly, I am extremely cautious. I know exactly what triggers that message now. So I purposely avoid it at all costs. You can see in many of my videos, I outline exactly what creates that message. So you don't want to stare at your screen for too long. You don't want to look away from the road for more than 7 seconds. And you certainly don't want to be using your mobile phone. Someone had asked me about that. What happens if you do use a mobile phone? The camera is really good at detecting you using a device. So be very, very careful with that. The 1-7 rule goes out the window with a mobile device. Okay, coming to the stop sign and going forward. Not bad. Very natural here. I did have one scenario here where we're coming up to this stop sign. And we're going to be going left at this stop sign coming up here. But at one point, it almost like it didn't come to a complete stop, which was really bizarre because they fixed that in a previous version. And I actually caught it on film. So here it's changing to the night mode. I do have that taking place automatically. And I think the case where it did the rolling stop was when someone was in front of me. Nicely done there. No issues. All right, looking for some more force on the steering wheel. Going forward here. Okay, there's someone there on the side of the road. Picked them up. It actually showed 2 people. Another person there walking on the right. A guy on his bike. It actually picked him up way over there on the far side. And an all-way stop. Now here you can see there's another stop sign. There's 2 stop signs. And I'm somewhat impressed it's not picking up that second stop sign there. I mean, it's at an angle, and it's not really appropriate to have 2 stop signs in one area. So glad it kind of ignored that. So that beep you just heard was asking for some force on the steering wheel. Still a constant reminder to be paying attention. But yeah, consider yourself lucky if you don't have any strikes, if you're using this software. Don't abuse it. I've been abusing it more than a normal person would because of these videos. I hope to help other people understand how the in-cabin camera algorithm works. So this is a pet peeve of mine. Okay, we are arriving here at our destination, so that's fine. Nobody behind us. I'm not in any rush, but I am going to dial in the next location here. Again, no one behind us, so I'm not super concerned. But here we're going to dial in the third one. Okay, okay, so I dialed in the third one, and it turned right at the last second there, and going around that truck really nicely. So just in the nick of time, it noticed where we were going and then turned right. slide this back over. So that is a pet peeve I was going to say earlier there. When there are no lines on these side streets, Beta has a really bad habit of driving in the middle of the road. Now, if another car comes, it will move over, but it's still not the appropriate thing to do. You know, it really shouldn't do that. Okay, it's staying on the right side here for some reason. Coming up here, coming to the stop, and it's going to go forward. Still a little bit slow in these neighborhoods. If there are other cars around, they would be a little bit confused as to why you're driving so tentatively. But right now, really natural, staying on the right side of the road, really liking that. This is exactly how I would be driving right now. Perfect. Coming up here to the stop sign. This is a tricky one. Going to go across. This is a busy road. A heavy turn on the left. And I'm checking out both sides. Okay, it's safe to go. Nicely done there. Not bad at all. That was a tricky one. So cars can come up really quickly. It has hesitated there before and created some confusion. Some people, one guy actually got really upset with me because my car was coming out too far and it was just hesitating way too much. So this street right now, as you can see, I'm kind of in the middle of the road. Now, as soon as this car comes up, you're going to see it's going to go over to the right, ever so slightly. But yeah, no lines on this road. It's doing a pretty good job now here, staying close to the curb. Okay, now going back into the middle of the road. But not bad. I mean, like I said, I'm not going to nitpick that too heavily. Okay, turning left. Creeping forward here. And then immediately going to turn right here. Nice, really smooth. No issues there. Okay, now we are in the middle of the road. Really nice evening. I should have my windows down. All right, a little bit tight here with some cars parked on the side of the road. I mean, not too tight, but... Okay, so we are here at our final destination, and now I'm going to dial in, actually not our final, our second to last destination. So now I will put in the last one. So as soon as you release it, so it's actually, it doesn't know where it's going right now. So that's, you know, kind of interesting because if you don't have a destination dialed in and you have beta driving or enabled, people have said it just drives randomly. But then I was reading into it some more, and the software tends to choose every right turn. It'll go straight as much as possible, but then if it comes to a intersection, it will turn right. So it favors the right turns. That's what I understand. That's how I understand it operates. All right, coming up here to this stop sign, stopping and going forward here. Nicely done. Okay, and then turning left here. Car coming on the right. If it goes, it better go now. Okay, good, it's waiting. Okay, that car is passing, and now it's clear to go. Nice. Okay, truck coming out. Nice. Slow down for them. Not bad. That was pretty natural. Okay, and going forward here. Ooh, okay, car coming. So, I don't know. You know, that's a tough one. I think it did the right thing. I could not see that car coming out of that intersection. So, obviously, once we passed that truck, you could see it, and so could the cameras on the car, and then it slowed down for them. I mean, I don't know. I probably would have done the same thing if I was driving manually, to be honest with you. Slowing down because they just turned there. And this is one of my favorite turns in the road for Beta. It does it just so well. So watch this. It slows down. 23, 22, 20, 19, 18. Really smooth. Now this is a part that is not so smooth. It gets in the left turn lane. Okay, someone behind us. Okay, I've had this happen in the past where someone behind me has gotten very upset with me not going quickly enough here. So let's see if it goes. Creeping forward, checking for visibility. Come on, go, go, go. Don't be awkward. Go, 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 go. Come on. Okay, that was a little bit slow, but I let it do it. I'm going to report that. It should go faster there. So all in all, I'm going to give it an A-. It wasn't an A, certainly wasn't an A+, but it was not a C, not a B, maybe a B+, B+, A-. So anyway, thanks a lot for watching, guys. Please hit the like button, subscribe, and leave some comments. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys in the next video.